In the 1980s, I was a youth pastor in Canton, Ohio. A young man by the name of Brian began to attend our youth group meetings. He was kind of skinny and shy. No one went out of their way to talk to him. I introduced myself to him, slapped him on the back, and said something like, "We're sure glad you came." Brian came a few more times. Most of the time he would slip in the back, sit quietly, and leave. No one really noticed. No one thought much about him, who he was, who he might become. No one went out of their way to make a difference in Brian's life. Today, Brian Warner is someone. He is making a difference in the lives of thousands of young people. You might know him. Today he goes by the name of Marilyn Manson. I wonder what difference it would have made if someone would have noticed him as a skinny and shy teenager. I wonder what difference it would have made if someone would have cared. Does it make a difference? Guys, you can make a difference.
I've always identified with the character of Lucifer in the Bible. As the Beatles were bigger than Jesus, Marilyn Manson is bigger than Satan.
You can make a difference.
The idea, God is dead, you are your own God. It's a lot about self-preservation. A lot of people confuse it with devil worship and things like that. The most ironic thing that these people always fail to realize is that the lack of hospitality that they greet someone like me with is just very unchristian. I think that's the biggest paradox of all. As a kid, I remember all the bands that I ended up listening to, David Bowie and Black Sabbath and Kiss and things like that. I had heard about all of them through my church because I was told this is what I wasn't supposed to listen to, so I went out and bought it immediately.
You can make a difference.
In the past, people have always, hid their horns, so to speak, because they've always backed down when people confront them about the darker side of, man's nature. But I don't think it's something we should be afraid of or ashamed of. Everyone sees me as this bad person because of what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is in everyone. It's the part of you that no longer has hope in mankind, and you realize that, you are the only thing you can believe in. I think people are just afraid of things they don't understand, and maybe they're not meant to understand me, but obviously some people do, and that's important to me.
Let's take a moment to see what it has to say right here. It says right here, you gotta be saved in order to go to heaven. The way I see it, you only gotta be yourself to go to hell. We will no longer be oppressed by the fascism of Christianity.
You can make a difference.